So, a new coffee shop has opened up in Lynchburg, Virginia. It's called 5th Street Grind. Let's go check it out. Maybe we can learn something about their vision. Let's see. Hey, so I made it to 5th Street Grind. I'm right here at the 5th Street Grind coffee shop. You can see here I'm at an outside table, so got a little bit of traffic noise behind me. But what a great opportunity to be here. This is not their grand opening, this is a soft opening, but I love mom and pop coffee shops. If you know me, one of my mottos would be, friends don't let friends drink Starbucks, unless of course you're at an airport and you've got a 3-hour layover, and that's one of the only places you can get a chai tea latte. But anyway, it's been a great experience here. A good friend of mine is the Abra Stout, is the manager here at the store, and I had a great time connecting with people who are working here today, including Bethany Tanner, who was a Liberty student, actually stayed with us in our condo in Windhurst about 10 years ago. She remembered me. Of course, I didn't remember her, but I had a great conversation with her about working here. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about vision. And by the way, the address for this, if you're in the Lynchburg area, is 710 5th Street, and it's called 5th Street Grind, and it's a great place for coffee. Had a nice bagel this morning. So I love mom and pop coffee shops, and I love the vision that people have to open up small businesses like this. I just finished watching a YouTube video, and this particular person happened to be in Arkansas, and it was in the hometown where Walmart got started. And of course, Walmart was a small business when it started, a little 5 and dime shop right in downtown city where they're from. But I love vision, and I've had a lot of opportunities to engage in vision throughout my life. I mean, every child is usually asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? And sometimes, you know, my dad was a fireman, so there was a time when I wanted to be a fireman. Or maybe you wanted to be a policeman, or maybe you wanted to be a nurse, or maybe you wanted to be a carpenter or a plumber or an artist or a musician. But vision is really important. The scripture says, where there is no vision, people perish. What is your vision today? What kind of a vision do you have for your life? You know, vision is important. Vision gives you a goal. Vision gives you something to shoot for. So what is your vision? What is your purpose for life? What is it you think about when you get up in the morning? What are your goals? Do you have a vision? We all need a vision and a purpose for our lives. One of the things I learned about this area is there's a lot of vision. I'm in a part of older section of Lynchburg, Virginia, where people are buying some old properties that have been vacant and they're renovating them, making loft apartments and those types of things. Somebody's got a vision. Somebody had a vision for this coffee shop. Somebody has a vision for this neighborhood, and I think that that's a great thing. So while vision is important, vision is critical, vision can also be scary, because vision is something that requires you to have courage. Vision is something that necessitates a real and active faith. I remember when I was in Bible college, and oftentimes, people in Bible college, just like, they ask you when you're a child, what do you want to be when you grow up? People ask you when you're in college, what are you going to do when you graduate, right? And it can be a little frustrating sometimes to be a freshman or a sophomore or a junior, and it's really frustrating when you're a senior and somebody asks you, what are you going to do when you graduate, and you still don't have it figured out. Maybe you've changed your major 3 or 4 times. So vision is something that requires faith and courage. I remember when I was in Bible college, one of the reasons that I went to Bible college and surrendered to the ministry is because I really believed that God wanted me to plant a church in Meridian, Mississippi that would be an outreach to military people that were stationed at the Naval Air Station in Meridian, Mississippi, where I had been stationed when I was in the Navy. And that was something that drove me. Vision, that's another important thing about vision. Vision is something that will push you forward, that will enable you to get out of your comfort zone, that will force you to be in a place where you have to trust God and where you have to trust other people to accomplish this vision. And that's another important thing about vision. Vision is something that you don't do by yourself. You don't fulfill your vision without the help and assistance of other people. It's amazing how many times I look back over my life and I remember people that God brought into my life when I was in elementary school and middle school. I'll never forget Alfred Tropey, the band director in Parkway Junior High School, or other teachers that I had, and how God used them to encourage me and to prepare me ultimately for the vision that He would have me involved in. It was so exciting to be able to graduate from college, work on the staff of another new church, and then finally go to Meridian, Mississippi and plant a church, and to see the fulfillment of that vision, and to see how God's vision for me was something that He had already been involved in before we even got there. It's an exciting thing. So again, let me ask you this question. What is your vision? What do you think about when you get up in the morning? What drives you? What motivates you? Do you have a vision? If you don't have a vision, then you're lacking in some purpose. And listen, a vision is not something that has to be grandiose. A vision doesn't have to be something that everybody's going to take up and notice and say, wow, what a great vision. Look how God used you. That is incredible. Listen, a vision can be something very small. It can be something seemingly, as far as the rest of the world is concerned, insignificant. But if it's God's vision for your life, it's significant. What kind of a vision do you have for your children? What kind of a vision do you have for your marriage? I'm in an interesting place in my life right now because I'm 67 and retired, but I've got some work I'm going to be doing over the next 2 or 3 months for the ministry that I retired from. And it's like God's given me a renewed and reinvigorated vision for what I'm going to be able to do. So vision is something that stays with you all your life. You don't retire and then say, what's my vision? No, you always have a vision. There's a vision for every season and stage of your life. So I just want to encourage you today. just like these folks back, and I'm parked on a side street now. Right behind me on Fifth Street is the Fifth Street Grind coffee shop where I was earlier, and took some video clips. But I'm thankful for people who had a vision, who had a dream, who made the investment, who sacrificed the time. And you know, when I left there, I mean, that place was full. People were coming there, and lives can be changed there, relationships can be built. So let me just encourage you, if you don't know what your vision is, uh, I encourage you to look for it and pray for it and ask God about it. One of the interesting words for vision in the scripture is the word Chazown. And I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video. Life Church has an incredible tool for helping you to discover your Chazown. In fact, there's a wonderful, wonderful book that was written by Pastor Craig Groeschel of that title, Chazown. And I encourage you, if you don't know, if you're not sure about what God's plan and vision for your life is, go to that link and get that book. Take the online course and learn what your Chazown is. So I just pray that God will really bless you, help you to zero in and engage fully in the vision that He has for you. So till next week, this is Bruce reminding you to choose joy.